What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now. Today's video is brought to you by Gamefly. If you love gaming like I do, go ahead and get yourself a free 30-day premium trial of Gamefly's game rental service just by going to our exclusive link www.gameflyoffer.com/hybridnetwork. Now down to the news. In our top story, a surprising tease about the Punisher and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then some potentially huge new details about Black Panther for his solo movie, and then in our subscriber-suggested story of the day, Top Cow Productions has landed a TV show. In our top story, let's talk about the Punisher and a surprising appearance that might be in store for him. Ever since the end of Daredevil's second season, fans have been hungry for more of Jon Bernthal's take on the ultra-violent vigilante. Well, if you're one of those folks looking for your Frank Castle fix, you might see an appearance from him sooner than expected and in an unexpected place. But first I've got to back up. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. held their red carpet premiere for Season 4 just this past week, and in attendance of course was the cast and a lot of Marvel executives like Jeff Loeb, Marvel TV's head honcho, but also some special guests that Jeff had invited. Among these guests were several comic book creators, for example Felipe Smith, the writer that created Robbie Reyes, but one of them stood out from the others a little bit. That creator is one-time Ghost Rider writer Jerry Conway, who was introduced specifically by Jeff, not for that accomplishment, but for the one that he's probably best known for, creating the Punisher. Now that makes sense to cite someone's biggest achievement when you're introducing them, right? But the inclusion of Conway in the festivities and his introduction specifically as the creator of the Punisher was followed up by an interesting and potentially revealing quote from Loeb. You will understand why I brought all of these people here later in the season and why it makes sense. Ooh, the plot thickens. This also comes just days after New York Comic Con announced that Bernthal was going to have to scale down his appearance at the event to just Saturday and Sunday due to his Netflix filming schedule. But that raised some eyebrows because whatever he's filming doesn't seem to be Netflix related. The Punisher solo series is still casting, with some new reports suggesting that it might not drop until 2018. As for the Defenders, there's been no word of that production starting yet. So could the Punisher appear on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Well, it would be massive as the first crossover between Marvel's network side and their Netflix divisions, but it's not out of the realm of possibility as both are kind of under the umbrella of Marvel TV. And when you factor in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s later time slot and the darker tone they're going for with the inclusion of Ghost Rider this season, the tonal difference isn't as huge as it used to be. Moving on to our next story of the day, let's jump from the small screen to the big one and talk a little bit about Black Panther. After an awesome showing in Captain America Civil War and sadly still just about a year and a half away from his solo film, we still have many more questions than answers about the MCU's Black Panther. But just in the last 2 days, we've had some very big things teased for the character and his solo film from the directors of Captain America Civil War, the Russo brothers, and King T'Challa himself, Chadwick Boseman. First, a few days ago, in an interview with Yahoo Movies UK, Boseman acknowledged what I'm sure a lot of you feel, that the Panther's origin was left pretty vague in Civil War. Well, fear not, says Chadwick, your questions will be answered in 2018. If you saw the tease at the end of Civil War in Wakanda, that's more mystery there, so I think there's a lot to reveal about the character. There was definitely more of his origin in Black Panther. You're going to learn about Wakanda, its culture, its traditions, the past. You can go through all of the comic books and know that there's more Panthers that have existed in the past. That's origin. That could be massive if we're actually going to see past Black Panthers in the film, as it kind of builds directly off of the Afterlife and Necropolis tease that we got in Civil War. But what about his powers? Is he just a normal guy? Is he some kind of Wakandan super soldier? Is he mystically powered? There's literally no indication just by watching the film. Well, a user on Quora was interested in this as well and decided to post a question to the site essentially asking, what's the deal with Black Panther's ring? Probably to their great surprise, the question was answered by none other than one of Civil War's directors, Anthony Russo himself. Russo specifically pointed out that the ring has massive sentimental value for T'Challa as it was his father's, and him putting it on in the movie kind of symbolizes him taking over his father's role as king. As for any powers, Russo surprisingly left it open-ended, saying that we're just going to have to wait for the Black Panther film to find out. Moving on to our last story of the day, the subscriber-suggested segment today again brought to you by Gamefly. As a special offer just for you, Hybrid Network's amazing viewers, Gamefly is offering a free 30-day premium trial of their game rental service. For those of you unfamiliar with Gamefly and how it works, basically you can rent from this huge library of games, they'll ship it to you, you play it as long as you want, and then you just ship it back for a new one when you're done. As I said earlier this week and last week, this is something I am definitely going to be taking advantage of this fall with games like Battlefield 1 coming out. So if you're interested in trying out this free 30-day trial as well, go to our exclusive link, www.gameflyoffer.com/hybridnetwork. Once again, that's gameflyoffer.com/hybridnetwork. And our last story today, something huge for a smaller comic book company near and dear to us here at Hybrid Network. Top Cow Productions is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. They've got one. For those of you that don't know, Top Cow is a subsidiary of Image Comics and one of me and Josh's favorite publishers, putting out some great books like Think Tank, Postal, and Aphrodite 9, but you guys probably best know them for a little comic they published called The Darkness. Jackie Estacado, that's right, that was them. The big news out of Top Cow today is that one of their newer series, Postal, about a small town with more than its fair share of dark secrets, has been picked up by Hulu for an all-new series. According to Deadline, it's actually going to be produced by Walking Dead co-executive producer Seth Hoffman. And other than that, we literally don't know anything other than the fact that it is in development right now. So stay tuned here at the Hybrid Network and we'll have all the updates on that as they come along. And a quick reminder that if there's ever a story that you want featured on an H&N, drop us a line in the comments section down below of any of our videos, or hit us up on Twitter, myself personally at CJ Pascal, or the channel at hybridnetwork_. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's H&N. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon for access to all sorts of exclusive goodies. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.